Okay, so I have the two sides, and then I have the front, that those are going to push together. And the way it's designed is these will actually inset there, and we'll see how we do that on the bandsaw in a second. And then this will just butt joint into the back, and will come across like that. So it looks like, to me, things are lining up pretty well. I need to now cut the bottom, right? So for the bottom, we're going to use a 1/2 inch piece of plywood that's going to cover this whole distance here. And while I'm here, I can measure kind of where I'm at to make sure that I have those measurements correct. So I know this length because I cut it should be 11 inches. So I'm going to have an 11-inch piece. And then this part is going to depend on the thickness of my wood. And so that is sitting about 1 3/4 that I'm going to have. Sorry, 1 foot and 3/4. So I'll come back because what I want to do also is sand this to make it smooth. So once I sand it, it'll lose a little bit, not a ton. But I'm going to sand it so it gets a little smooth. I'll come back and measure that piece. So while I'm doing that, I do know I'm going to need some 11-inch pieces of my 1/2 inch plywood. So I'm going to set that up again on the track saw because it's a big full sheet, and that's how I'm going to cut that piece moving forward. Alright, so I have my plywood bottom, and what I want to do is I'm going to make it right, it's the right width. It's my 11 inches, but I need to cut it across. And so I'm going to measure as best I can. We can clean it up later if we need to, but it's a little bit bigger than 1 3/4. It's like a 1/16 bigger. So 1 9/16 is what I'm going to mark off. So I'm going to cut this on the miter saw. So I'm going to mark off my 1 9/16, and I'm going to use my large speed square to line it up. There's the line. I don't want this side. And so I'm going to take it to the miter saw. I'm going to block it down, and then I'm going to cut it and come back with this piece.